Adam Sizemore, before we start, I want to ask you something. If I had to ask you the one thing that you're most grateful for right now, what is it?
God.
God?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Just blessings, is that what you would say? I mean, something tangible from God, or just the general, like, that there's this presence and he's got you.
So I would say this.
Mm-hmm.
I always believed in God. I was born Southern Baptist, hellfire, brimstone. If you did this, you were going to hell. I mean, even when I was in high school, man, uh, I was a good kid. For real, I was. I had a bad last name. But I was dating this girl that, went to church every day and this and that. And literally, she came home crying one day because the preacher told her and the wife that I was going to hell in a handbasket. And I was like, well, these people don't even know me. So I drove to the preacher's house that night. Jeez. At like 9 o'clock at night, I got in the car and drove to the preacher's house. And I said, man, if y'all don't know me right now, is a great time to meet me. You know what I mean? So we had our little talk in there. Later on, he ended up being the chaplain at the prison. Well, he needed me a lot then.
What were you doing at the time that he needed you? You were involved in politics for a while, right?
Well, yeah, but I'm retired from the federal prison system. So we have chaplains out there that got it made, man. You know what I mean? They making 80, 90,000 a year. You know.
Lord. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in the wrong business.
Right? Hey, I'm just saying, the same man that I was a hell in a handbasket, he was right out there, working beside me, and he was happy every time he hit his button when I come running. But anyway, Adam, so my religion, though, if you chalk this up later, is to be a good human. Mm-hmm. And my son was born 2 months early. All right, that's when I really found spirituality. And he was born at 3 months, or 2 months early at 3 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And we spent 40 days in the NICU that included Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, and we came home New Year's Day. And I got to see some of the good in this community. There was little women that would make little boggins for my son in the NICU on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And, they were doing all these good stuff, and nobody ever thought about them. So anyway, all right, enough said. I might have been out there meditating a minute ago.
Well, I appreciate you sharing all of that. I just want to set the stage because you're setting up this big fundraiser. You got an event coming up. Tell us all about that. Give me all the nuts and bolts.
So actually that story plays correctly into this, right? So when I was in that hospital room while they were rushing my wife back for surgery, you have like a minute. They put you in some white get up and they scurry her off. And, it's about a minute before you get in there. So I'm sitting in a room by myself. And I don't know. I mean, it's whatever your faith is. But my faith told me you better start praying. So I prayed as hard as I could for a solid 45 seconds, telling God, hey, whatever you do to get me and my wife and son through this, I got you on the flip, promise. Mm-hmm. And everything came out great. So, we've been blessed. We've been successful. And this charity is our way of giving back for something we believe in that can actually help people. Not only, music's good for your soul. Music's good for bringing diverse groups together. I mean, the friend from LA just left. I'm a hillbilly from Clay County. I mean, so nothing to me is more important than sports and music, because a lot of the, huge civil rights and things like that have all, music's played a huge part in that. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm from Clay County. It's one of the poorest counties in America. It's ranked by the New York Times as the hardest place to succeed from in America. Mm. And, we just felt like that music was our lane. We've been involved in music for a long time. Now we're into, our cannabis industry, and that's led to a lot of good connections to the music space. And this charity just seemed like the best way we could give back. We've started by donating guitars, amps. We'll donate a flute, but that ain't really what we're for. If you're an organization that's broke and you support underage kids, or not underage, you know what I mean? Like
Underprivileged.
kids that are poor, underprivileged.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. All right, my focus is yet Eastern Kentucky. I don't care. You got a kid in need in Lexington that needs $100 guitar. We'll get him one. We'll do our best.
Yeah.
So that's our goal. And one day I really hope to, to build enough money to actually, partner with somebody from Eastern Kentucky to start an audio recording studio, video audio studio. I mean, that's a skill in Eastern Kentucky. A friend of mine that I grew up with in Clay County, he works for Pixar now.
Wow.
And
do you know anything? There was a time, Adam, I don't mean to interrupt, but there was a time that Apple Shop was doing a lot of stuff in that area. They were doing a lot of media work. Do you remember those guys? You ever heard of them?
I do not.
Okay, well,
look,
maybe worth looking into.
Absolutely. We're looking for anybody who wants to help. And so far, look, the charity, 100% of it goes to the mission of the charity. And, we take donations.
That's buying instruments, right? You're buying
instruments. But we also, people donate us instruments and we repair them. You know what I mean? We'll take old instruments, we repair them, clean them up, because if you ain't got one, you'll take whatever you can get.
Sure.
So, our mission, we'll buy them, but if people have wish lists, like a bigger item, like a full drum set, something that maybe takes, close to $1,000 for or something, then yeah, we'll do like a event to raise money for that.
Adam, if you're willing to take donated used instruments, I know for a fact, because I've bought, sold, and traded guitar gear for years upon years, everybody's got one that they don't need. Everybody.
Yeah, and so far, listen, without spending a penny, Doo-Wop Shop in Lexington, Phil Osborne, thank them. They donated 19 guitars to us.
Oh, wow.
And those 19 guitars went straight to the Whitesburg Mountain Music School. So like there's plenty of people, man, the outpouring of help in the music.
The Whitesburg Mountain Music School. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, wait, there's a school of music in Whitesburg that's doing like bluegrass?
I honestly, I don't know a lot about it. No, not really.
I want to go. I want to check it out.
Well,
if it's like a school of music in Whitesburg, and they're like, look, I got to look and see that. That's my
one thing
right there. Take it out there.
You had your meeting with Lexi and the Chillbillies, so that's kind of what got me, more involved locally in the community in music.
Right.
But like apparently, Whitesburg has a huge summer music series down there once a week, like a big concert that. So the government, is giving them some funds to promote the quality of life and music in Whitesburg, and
that's awesome.
They're small. I mean, I think their place now holds 90 people. They can come there and watch music and things, but they're working on a lot of stuff.
So Adam, let's get to the meat of this, because because I've got to run. You know how it is. We're crazy busy people, and I'm like, I could sit here and talk to Adam all night. We could talk and talk and talk. But we got to get to the meat. What's the fundraiser? Give me all the details real quick, and who's your big headliner? It's exciting.
All right. So on April 17th, Austin City Saloon has graciously opened their doors for us to just do whatever we want to do, fun, legally, to raise money for kids in Eastern Kentucky. And we're fully taking advantage of that. We were blessed. First, let me say this. Ben Lacey, if you all haven't seen him, he is a top 5 guitar player in the world, and nobody would ever doubt that knows it.
Indisputable. Indisputable.
And when I started this concert for April 17th, Ben was the first person that agreed to do it. And I said, bam, I'm good. Ben Lacey's playing, I'm good. I can sell out 300 tickets, no problem. Then all of a sudden, Lexi and the Chillbillies volunteered to perform. And then Gravel Switch. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard Gravel Switch, but they're like a heavy metal country band. You're talking about
them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Listen to their YouTube. Listen to their YouTube of Gravel Switch doing Folsom Prison. It's wild. It's great. 170,000 views. So then we had them on board. And then my big homie, Afro Man. He said, well, you doing a charity, I want to do it. So now I don't even, it's insane.
You got to you got an eclectic mix of music, my friend, that's going to happen that evening. So AJ says April 17th. Is that right?
Let me lay you down the last bit. This is a sneak
Okay, I'm
peek
sorry.
on something.
Okay. Okay.
I have Afro Man and Ben Lacey performing together. Ben Lacey's going to be playing the instrumentals, and Afro Man's going to be singing. I
That'd be awesome.
guarantee you do not want to miss that.
Can I sneak some harmonies in there? Can I just sneak some harmonies in, bro?
I mean, you are going to be the MC. You're the guy with the microphone in your hand.
Oh, nobody will know
what you can do. You know, you're
just flip it on and sing. I was gonna but I gotta. Yeah, we just sing right from the backstage.
We'll get you on Coke 45. How about that? Let's stick a Coke 45. I think you got that one. But
hey, brother,
I appreciate your time.
I totally got to run, but dude, so awesome what you're doing. Really appreciate hanging out and giving us the info. And yeah, man, we'll hit it again before then. Okay.
And they can go to our Facebook page, Sounds of Hope, or they can go to ticketstripe.com/Sounds of Hope and buy the tickets there.
Awesome. We'll make sure all that's linked in the video as well, dude. Appreciate it.
Thank you
Adam
so much.
Sizemore, God bless you, dude.
You have